Hey everyone, this is your math instructional video for Monday, December 7th. So today we're going to review standard form and word form to get ready for our Unit 3 math test that we will take on December 17th. So let's jump right in. Standard form is the way that numbers are normally displayed. An example is 1.234 or 23.45. And the way that I say this decimal is 1 and 234 thousandths. The way that I say this decimal is 23 and 45 hundredths. Word form is when numbers are written out in word form. Pretty simple, right? An example is 1 and 234 thousandths. That goes with that one. And 23 and 45 hundredths. And that is that decimal. It is very important that you use the virtual place value chart to help you with this if you are still struggling. It's also very important to remember to make sure that you have the place value word at the end. Thousandths, hundredths. Remember, it's THS when we're talking about a decimal. Notice I have mine there. So now let me show you where you can find the place value chart. I'm going to go to Google Classroom and open the virtual place value chart to show you where it's at. I've shown you now for 2 straight weeks. You should know. I do expect you to use this. So I'm going to hop on over to Google Classroom. Here it is. I click on classwork. And it is the very first thing that you see in our Google Classroom. It's right here, virtual place value chart. I expect that you use this. It will help you. So all you do is click on it and it brings it up and you're able to type in it. Notice that when you click on it, there are text boxes. Please do not turn this in. This is for you to continue to use. I'm not going to use the one in Google Classroom because it will mess yours up. So I have mine already connected right here. And I could copy and paste it. Let me see. There, I already have one up. So I'll be switching back and forth between my video and that. So I do expect that you use this. So one thing I want to point out when we're talking about math is the questions. I can annotate in the questions. In fact, I expect you to. This one says, what is 65 and 6 hundredths written in standard form? So I would box 65 and 6 hundredths written in standard form. One thing I want to do is I do want to highlight the place value because that's going to be very, very important. So 65 and 6 hundredths. 65 is going to be my whole number and means decimal. The 6 hundredths is your not whole number, the part, the decimal part. So 65 and 6 hundredths. If I click over here, my whole number is 65. So 6 tens and 5 ones and 6 hundredths. That means that the last number I said, 6, has to be in the hundredths. Okay. So that tells me I don't have anything in my tenths. I cannot leave it blank. I have to put a 0 there. 65 and 6 hundredths. So I'm going to come back over to my lesson and I'm going to type that. I'll just write it. 65 decimal 06. 65 and 6 hundredths. remember that it is the tenths, the hundredths, and then the thousandths. We go all the way to thousandths in 5th grade. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So what is 4 and 24 thousandths in standard form? Again, I'm going to box. 4 and 24 thousandths. I need to know that. I'm going to circle and because that means decimal. And I'm going to highlight the place value. Okay? And then I'm going to box standard form. All right, 4 and 24 thousandths. I'm going to click back over and I can delete this. I just, click in it, highlight, delete. 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 So it was 4 and 24 thousandths. 4 is my only whole number. That means I have 4 ones. 24 thousandths. 24 thousandths. That means the last number I just said, 4, has to be in thousandths. So 4 in the thousandths, 24 thousandths. That means there's a 2 in the hundredths and nothing in the tenths. 4 and 24 thousandths. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to write it. 4 and 24 thousandths. Look, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Now, written form. What is 15.051 in word form? So I'm going to box in 15.051 and word form. Now I'm going to go back to my chart. I'm going to get rid of what I have here. And then I'm going to type the decimal that I was given into the boxes. So it was 15. Remember, there can only be one digit in each box. 0, 5, 1. So my number is 15. And 51 thousandths. I just say the number like I see it, 51, then I say the place value, thousandths. So now I go back and I would write 15 and 51. And here's where you mess up. You forget to put the place value. The place value has to be there. This is the thousandths. So you do have to write it out. Thousandths. Please make sure that you have that THS on it because it's a decimal. Now let's look at the next one. What is 3.010 in word form? So I'm going to box in 3.010 and word form. And I'm going to go back to my place value chart. I'm going to delete all my old numbers. Just clicking it and highlighting the number and deleting it. Then I'll type the numbers in. It was 3.010. 3 and I'm going to say the number 10. Then I'm going to look at the place value. Thousandths. 3 and 10 thousandths. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to write it in. 3 and 10 thousandths. I know it's a thousandths because 1, I use my place value chart, and 2, it's 3 digits after the decimal. So it's tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Now you're going to practice this. So if I look at the next one, it says your turn to practice. I expect you to use the place value chart in Google Classroom to help you with this. This is practice for our test on Thursday, December 17th. Now go to Google Classroom and complete the assignment that says Monday, December 7th, Math Independent Assignment. So if I go to Google Classroom, I click on classwork, I look for the week that we're in, which is week of December 7th through the 11th, and it's right here, Monday, December 7th, Math Independent. So this is a quiz. You will need to first type your name right there. If you don't have a name there, you don't get credit for it. Then you're going to read each one very, 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 very carefully. Choose the correct answer. What will happen if you get it wrong? It will tell you, this is wrong. Please use your place value chart and rewatch this video. What is 78 and 800ths? So you're going to read all of these and you're going to answer them. When you're done, you're going to click submit. Okay? So this is your math independent assignment. Please take your time. Thank you.